It had a stroke. Me too, man. Man.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready?
I'm not ready.
Well, you had it all figured out last time, didn't you?
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, I don't know. I might be ready. Depends on if I'm right or not. If I'm right, I'm ready. If I'm wrong, I'm not ready.
Spain train all aboard.
Right. Sorry.
Gained followers while offline again. Joke's on you, I've been on Twitch. Hi, Gaia.
Hi, Gaia.
Twunch. Twunk.
Twunch.
Twink.
Whoa, we're gonna get banned.
Twink is a banned word.
I'm surprised it isn't.
I still want to know how that was in the banned words list. Why was twink there?
I don't know. Good poop.
Good poop.
we had another really innocuous word in our ban list, and I can't remember what it was, but it was fucking hilarious. We keep a ban list full of slurs and things that you shouldn't say, and then something like, I don't know, it was just really funny. I can't look at the ban list anymore because I'm not a mod.
Twitch do be like that. I got sent from my iPhone. Yeah, that's a good one. Hi, Soren.
Soren.
I said hi to you. Torture and agony. I wish Ryan was here.
Why isn't Ryan here?
Ryan's a working man. He has to pay the bills.
Man. In that way, I'm jealous.
See, this time we're joined by Celeste. Everyone say hi to Celeste.
No.
No?
I won't.
I don't know. Was that one scene, the bonus scene? Did you see like all of that image when they were in the bath? Was it on screen long enough to really take it in?
I don't know. What are you referring to specifically?
When all the girls were in the bath.
Oh, okay.
Because we can look at that again.
If there is something specific you want me to see, I don't think I caught it. So let's look at it again.
Okay. We can go do that. Look away.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
Googling.
That's right. That's right. Oh, God.
Fuck.
I think all the bath and Celeste's hair is just the same. The bath. They're taking a bath together.
Hey guys, how's it going? Sent from my iPad. Lashes. Man's fantasy bonus bath scene. Okay. You can look again. There they are.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay, so there's a bit to take in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Celeste's hair is very neatly wrapped up.
They're extensions.
Sakura.
Yeah, Sakura's
my
ripped.
It's absolutely shredded. Toko.
I know, Toko just flying through the air.
Incredible. Nice.
We've taken in the bath scene again, sorry.
Oh, Kyoko. Nice. Nice.
Kyoko, nice.
Nice.
The Urk. That's her choice. Love for everyone in Spain on this blessed day.
You know, that's just what I needed before Spain. Even though half the people in that image are dead now.
Void commune starting now. Okay. Bonk. Let's get in.
Alright.
Yeah, it was this one. Bonk. Oh. Oh yeah, Sakura is fucking dead, yeah. I hope Latch is left.
Oh no! Latches!
I mean, yeah, 'cause titty good. Huh?
Sakura's.
She sure is.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
You want Makoto?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I heard Hina talking, but my ears.
My ears.
My ears. Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
You can't back out now.
Son of a bitch!
Did you drop your phone?
Yes. I do that all the time. It's right here, and then I turn the chair and it falls. All the time. Anyway. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on. At Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? Did we get the body announcement?
Yeah. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
No, Hina. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I. Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long...
I got everyone. What? Ogre!
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered. And by someone in this very room.
Thanks.
Oh. Thanks!
Thanks.
Thanks. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. Oh, hi. That's two. Very close together. Thank you. She was gonna say thanks.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
Over 9,000. Don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words,
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
phew.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
So Sakura could have just busted him up and gotten away with it.
Yeah, apparently.
Incredible.
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. In an alternate timeline, Danganronpa ended as soon as Sakura got hands on Monokuma.
Yeah. How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
Ah, shit. The guard's dead.
I'll do it.
Hina.
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
An order.
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Sakura should have just...
Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope,
Pot calling the
don't
kettle
really
black.
care. Pot calling the kettle black. There's actually 2 different official Everyone Lives timelines, but they're not canon to the main timeline except for the backstory parts, really, but at least we have them. Yeah. Don't look them up, there's hella spoilers. Yeah, you're right.
Curious now.
I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? if you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided!
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her! Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it!
Do it!
Nothing is impossible. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Blow to the head.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? Ryan intensifies.
Ryan intensifies. In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
A locked room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. Hey, Shy. The
Hi,
first
Shy.
type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
This is one fucked up escape room. That's funny.
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh,
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the doors open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there's actually an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of these 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. Oh. Sorry, I was reading chat.
It's okay.
The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
Hey, everyone.
Ugh.
Where you want to look?
And Byakuya's face is hidden just the way... Never mind. There we go. Just the way it should be. Alright. Let's look at the... What's beside her feet?
This?
Yeah.
Let's go.
This looks like some kind of wrapper.
That's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Oh, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura.
I found a big box fit in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
Do you really like them that much?
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor.
Hina. Alright. There's something broken behind her. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Nice! We figured it out! Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Why? Why? Okay. Blood.
Blood.
There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Alright.
You want to look at Sakura?
Let's look at Sakura. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Well, since there's a blow to the head, she was murdered. She did not do it herself. Fuck. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood.
Not a chance.
Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Internally screaming.
What else can we check out? Oh, okay, so we got some stuff on the side.
You want this?
Glass there.
Yeah.
There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can.
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
An important clue. I'm not sure I see how. Wait, what else? What's right next to the chair?
Yeah, the chair.
The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Let's talk.
Who you want to talk to?
Kyoko.
Hi, Kyoko.
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed,
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
and she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Clock.
The clock!
It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? The magazine rack?
Hey.
That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Oh, wow. How informative.
Thank you, Makoto. Very cool.
That shelf. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles? That's the best. Fantastic. I love that. That's exactly the sort of thing you should be wondering in this moment.
Oh, Makoto.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle, if you will.
Okay, well. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little.
Are you?
The Monokuma bottle's sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The gears are turning.
He figured it out, boys!
The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Probably.
Probably.
Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Thank God he's not saying all this out loud, or people will just be looking at him like an idiot. The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are all evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
Good job, Makoto. You did great. Out the locker since it landed there.
The locker's open, and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean?
Shy wants to know if you enjoyed the anime.
I mean, there's things about it that I'm not a fan of, like Monokuma's voice. Yeah, it's decent. It's about what I expected. A truncated version of the game. I didn't watch as far up as here, though. I only got to episode 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
But Monokuma's voice in the anime is just garbage.
It's not good.
Sounds so bad. I don't really mind that everyone else's voices don't really match the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's partially because I hear you voicing them all the time, so I'm used to their voices being inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So that sort of warmed me up to that.
Yeah, they're not bad. It's just different.
Yeah.
But Monokuma.
Monokuma's the exception there. Yeah.
I don't think we talked to Hina yet. No. She's mad.
Oh yeah.
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her.
I'd be lying if I said she wasn't acting kind of suspicious.
You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
What?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon. The Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened.
Hina. It's impossible to not have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
Oh boy, hey Byakuya.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Make it quick.
What the fuck are you doing that's so important?
You're just standing here.
Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So you found out. Interesting.
Then it's true.
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
So you didn't go see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Oh my god. Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks! I think we're done in here. Nope, we're not.
It would have been perfect if someone followed at that exact moment.
Yeah, it would have been really good. Yeah.
So there's nothing else.
Yeah, I don't see anything else, but the game's really said. Maybe the door. Does it want me to look at the door? Yes, it
This
does.
door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say.
Bye.
Why would she want to meet with any of them? Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms.
Huh?
Alright. Hey, where's Sayaka?
Yeah, where's Sayaka? I haven't seen her in a while.
I pressed the doorbell.
Kaizu, what are you doing conscious? I'm kidding. It's nice to see you. I'm just surprised.
And after a few seconds,
Who's there?
the most negative aura I've ever felt.
Oh, man.
F.
Oh, that's understandable. Well, we're happy to have you, right?
Hi, Kaiser.
You can't stop me. I won't.
Listen, everyone's welcome on the Spain train.
Yeah.
And that's where we are right now.
There's plenty of room.
An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
I don't believe you. She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
So what just occurred in chat? Alright, what did I miss Mosa? Mose.
Mose.
None of those were intentional. She's better than you in this game, Toko. Oof.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
Hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
Slithered.
That's all she's
What do you
capable of, huh?
want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Byakuya already told me that she had asked to meet with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it?
Her little hands.
They're so tiny. Like, those are some tiny, tiny hands. Why are they so tiny? This is like the opposite problem of... God.
I admit I did get the note. Their Deadpool hand circle, leave her alone. Opposite of Yaoi hands. Baby hands. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but... can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. He really likes saying that, huh?
Is that good enough? And I'm going back to my room.
The Bethesda fade out, I love it. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room.
Toko is a snake. Her baby hands are perfect for holding tiny pen.
Tiny pen. Like Byakuya's tiny dick. Got him! I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? You need something?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, no, she
How about that?
she gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others like in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
You really did say Hero's sus.
Hero looking kind of sus. I haven't seen her since then. Oh,
Sorry.
man. Oh my god. Imagine having Twitch censored.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Oh, do I still have it? Let's see.
Hero was feeling around in his pockets.
hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. Huh?
Yeah, somewhere in your settings, I don't know. Oh, you got it, good. I was born today.
Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again. And shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it.
Stop calling her ogre. That's what people call her. It's not nice, but that's what people call her, apparently.
Soren, I'm sorry. I was just making a joke. My pee-pee small too.
My pee-pee small too! Oh no!
Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to go look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that... Maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Leon.
Leon. Maybe it was Leon, guys.
See, Leon threw it so hard that it went through the wall. And then he patched it back up. I get you.
Let's go to the chem lab. Oh, Byakuya is here. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way.
Yeah, I got it. Oh!
I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand.
Go fuck yourself. Alright. We got a security camera!
Oh man, it was the security camera! There's not much to look at.
This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is.
Guys, we're stuck! This is chapter 4!
I should probably take a closer look at it. Also, big deja vu right now.
What the fuck?
There's a child outside.
That did not sound like a child. That did not sound like a human.
These children don't sound like humans a lot of the time. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now.
A fuck Mike killed her. What does that mean? A fuck Mike killed her.
Fuck Mike.
What is a fuck Mike? Man. They're larval stage humans. Ah, fuck. Mike killed her.
Mike. Who's Mike?
I don't know. It's not a map. Who is Mike?
What's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf?
Have you talked to Junko?
Was that there before?
The powder?
Yeah. I have to be careful not to step in it. I feel like I don't know, having a moment.
It's okay.
Alright, let's check the powder. These are footprints. And they're only in front of the left shelf.
How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan.
By we, do you mean me?
How kind of you to offer.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
How could you forget about Mike, the most important character in this game?
Ah, yes, Mike.
Mike. Mike really tied the final arc together. Mike was the mastermind.
Mike was a 16th student.
Oh, I can't say it yet.
Shh.
Michael Jackson. Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Okay.
Monokuma is Mike Wazowski.
So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this?
Not bad. For you, I mean.
For me.
Look at Makoto's handwriting.
I like how this is very obviously done with like a shitty paint tool.
Yeah.
Because you can see how the lines darken when they meet.
It's done with like the marker brush.
Yeah.
me about to message Soren privately with a joke. So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did what they had to do, and left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours?
No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Byakuya wants to see Makoto's feet. You know, I'm sure he probably instead just like lifted one leg up, but I imagine him jumping on like the counter that's in the middle and just like lifting up both his feet.
Oh no.
And being like, see, there's my feet.
Terrible.
While we're talking about Makoto with hands and feet.
Oh dear.
This image is still on my desktop, I think.
Yeah. Here we go. It's time to bring him back.
Nope, that's not correct. No, none of... There he is! There he is!
This is the image I was referencing a couple of minutes ago. This is the opposite problem that Toko has. Opposite of the problem that Toko has.
I'm sorry. I really like that image. I'm so sorry.
I really, 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 really like this image.
Naegi, what happened? Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints.
Unfortunately.
But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to.
Then these prints really are a valuable clue.
I just got lightheaded from laughing too much.
So the powder itself, different now? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint.
Sonic proportions. The bottle?
There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Makoto, you're doing so well. It looks like the bottle has a label on it. Chem C4.
Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have been spilled.
Danganronpa AU, but Makoto is ultimate yaoi hands. If you do leave a footprint, Byakuya will ask to see your feet. C4 has been planted.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident.
If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle.
Oh, hello. Thank you for the follow. Thanks.
Thanks. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. If I say it one more time, I may just remember. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Nice. Maybe I better take a lick of this powder just to see what it tastes like.
Not Makoto. Should we have Yaoi-handed Makoto somewhere on screen now? He's a surprise tool for later.
Let's see. What's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines.
And also one with the skull and crossbones on it. Make him a DVD screensaver.
The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. But no, that's not true. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, Section A. And it's also labeled that way, so I might have gathered it that way as well. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident?
Down the line.
So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are.
They're reagents. Byakuya would. Put it simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well.
I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess that I can consider this part of the shelving unit, Section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf.
Byakuya, you've never been to one class in your life, shut your fuck.
On this shelf is one look and I can tell that it's nothing but dangerous chemicals.
What clued you in?
These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit Section C. I should try and find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here.
I wonder if any of those are special.
I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Hey, before you do that, let me see Sakura's bottle again.
You want to see that,
I want to see the label. I see. Okay.
Not the ultimate affluent progeny, he's the ultimate spoiled brat. Absolutely. Okay, let's go to the rec room then, since Makoto has guided us to there. Ultimate bitch.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time.
Oh. Well, let's do that.
Okay.
I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. The fact that there's 2 missing. Something new, something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it.
That correlation. They all have a different chess piece. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer?
I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a degree.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
An experiment?
anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too.
Huh? Are you sure it's okay with me? It's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass.
With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up...
Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights.
Hell yeah. I knew that. Compare the weights of what?
The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles.
It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see?
Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try.
Huh? The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
Hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you.
It's 2 bottles.
Your headmaster lets you have 2 bottles?
According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it.
Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body.
Sakura vibing on the couch. Hi, Zed.
She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there's still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal.
Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What?
Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, look here.
Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep?
Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Huh. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. There was one more thing she told us to look at. What was it?
Oh, magazine rack.
Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This. On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
Dying message.
However,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
And she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I will forgive you.
Settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious.
Kyoko's hair makes me think she has a weirdly shaped head. I want to eat her hair. Please don't eat hair. Oh, there's Ding Dong Bing Bong.
Ooh, we dingin' dongin' and bingin' and bongin'.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. And he says that one out loud.
Mm-hmm. In we go.
Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then...
The ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the? Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is just plain creepy.
Well,
Well, how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. XD.
indeed.
For example, you have 100 friends. He's right. That does make it seem sad.
He's saying this out loud, but
How do you do XD?
how?
Can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there.
Oh my god.
Is that Coco? What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Weird chimp. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit.
The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us.
Want to chat with anyone?
Yeah, let's chat with them all.
Okay. Down the line.
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Monokuma is always oh whoa. Sure is. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Completely innocent. LMAO, you have a serial killer living inside you. Because I didn't do it! How many times do I have to tell you? Hi, Hannah.
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
I think we found the order we were supposed to talk to them in.
Yeah, probably.
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going.
Let's go. No, you didn't look at the security camera.
Oh no! Not the security camera! Monokuma constantly when murders happen. Oh whoa. Oh whoa!
Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence.
Steel prison. That's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Prison, right?
We watched the door close and felt it begin its sinister descent. Can I finally chew this broccoli?
Chew the broccoli, damn it!
The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Thank you. Thank you, Zed.
I did get Chinese. I got exactly what I always get. Oh no. I got sauce on my glasses cloth. Damn it.
Damn.
Clean that off.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened up for the 4th time.
You gotta do it. At least once.
Damn it. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
Thank you. I needed that.
I hate it so much. I hate it.
Every time.
So cheesy.
I assure you, you're not the only one who thinks so. What am I doing? What kind of crack am I on? A deadly diddly doo-dong diddly neighborino. Thank you for that. Circle, how are you?
I'm alright, I guess.
They think you're wearing your glasses.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I was just a fool and left my cloth where it could get sauce on it.
I'm gonna go pee, but Zed wants to know who done it. Who you think done it.
I don't know. I mean, obviously we're supposed to think it's Toko, but there's gonna be some fuckery that makes that incorrect, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses. Because I do not have a headache right now. See, my glasses don't help my vision at all. My vision's fine. They just help with my headaches. And wearing them for a long time really starts to hurt my nose. So really, I only wear them when I have a bad headache. If you see me wearing glasses, I'm in pain. Or I'm, just wearing them so I can take a selfie with them on, but... Ooh. Yeah, Soren, that is true. But I usually don't think to do it until I'm already in pain. But sometimes I'm ahead of the curve. Gaia, I'm sure you look fine with glasses. I could get plastic ones, but I like the way these look.
I am here.
I am here.
Before we start, I want to just show something off real quick that Eric did for me. Oh. I just need to go find it and download it. Real quick. It makes me happy.
Oh, that's very nice. I like that a lot.
Okay, let me just pull it up so everyone else can see.
The first image in that list is her. I love it.
Oh, it's very big.
Big dicky.
But yeah, Eric made this for me. It's me, but Danganronpa.
That's very cool.
Mm. I'm very excited about it. It makes me happy.
It's very cool. I love it.
Tiki reel. It makes me very, very happy. He's gonna do Circle too.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why he asked you who your favorite was, so he could use a sprite to base it on from someone that you like.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's the culprit right there. But yeah, it makes me very happy.
It's very nice.
He does really good, like, sprite edits and stuff. Tiki of Shikomaeda, yeah. That is indeed based on that one sprite that's my favorite.
I don't even know if I told Eric someone. Did I?
I don't
I
know.
remember being asked, but I don't remember answering.
It was like right after you woke up, so. I'm not sure if you did.
Okay.
Alright, let's get to it.
Class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But
He takes
if you
commissions,
pick the
not to
wrong
shill, but he
one,
takes
then
commission.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that
I like the
deceived
redesign.
everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toho,
always
or
do that.
Hiro. It was one of you. I had nothing to do with it.
No way!
God, I wish everyone could have seen that.
Moments where face cam would have been great.
Tina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Like perhaps a magazine with Toko's name in it. Scrawled in blood.
Hina needs to chill like every class trial. Yeah. She gets very excited.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because
Say...
you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it?
I thought I
Doesn't make
hated
any
it.
sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay.
It was one of you. One of you
We're gonna shoot
killed
it at what Hero
Sakura.
says.
Okay.
What reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Oh no!
No! I missed.
It was one of you. And what
Oh no!
because you all.
Oh no.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
A chipmunk debate.
Yeah.
White noise
And that was
OP.
right before she died.
Casual gamer.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? I hate all the dead portraits.
I know, there's so many of them now.
Mondo.
Pocket trash.
Pocket trash!
Nagito, what are you doing in there?
Oh no!
Suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same
How's
here.
that still there?
I
He
never
goes,
saw her.
No, that's wrong.
busting Hero up today.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Oh, I didn't put it on auto.
Red polka dots.
Hero is just being
What's that got to
bullied.
do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hero said can't be right. Because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is when Sakura got that candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
I love this egg.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Well, we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
He is proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
Oof.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
Sakura doesn't have any blood on her
Just
hands.
don't know when you're beat, do you?
Who's
Yeah,
Sayaka?
hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine
Hero, you're so
shelf,
stupid.
right?
Please learn how to lie.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Said he saw this down. But at that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I
don't know what
found
to
the
do.
dying message.
You can
When
copy
Ogre's
them.
body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
So.
I found the dying message. It was only after
Like
the
that?
investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the
It took
magazine
magazine shelf.
Shit!
When I pulled it out,
While we
I
got
saw
it,
her
we might as
final
well try it.
words.
Oh well.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
DR trial with the Void crew, but in VR chat.
I can tell you exactly what I thought when Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess that was right. Damn.
Happy
When
accidents.
Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation.
There's actually like a VR demo
We
of
weren't
this
at the
trial.
murder scene, so there's no
Yeah.
way you could have seen it. Tell us the
It's
truth,
really
Hiro.
interesting
When
looking.
did you see the message?
Hold
Makoto
on.
not real.
You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us.
The
and we know
Vienna
who the killer
sausage.
is. Toko.
Oh,
I
Hero.
don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Oof.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Sure, Jan. Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, got you. You had food in your mouth, I wasn't gonna make you read it. Oh. I didn't realize I was gonna be doing this.
Show me the proof. I'm
How
at
do you know
least
when?
30% right.
Huh.
When to press each button?
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
So,
I'm at least 30% right.
because it's a rhythm game.
Occult is bullcrap.
No, I mean, how do you know what button?
What button?
Which
So-
one's X, which one's Y, which one's A?
So you do
I'm at least 30%.
X when you run out of bullets, so you can recharge them, and Y is to fire them.
Bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Makoto brings food to the trial because they made him skip breakfast.
Did write it. Hiro could very well
Yeah.
have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
A good Naegi needs his eggs. He do. That's cannibalism, though.
And that, my dear children, is called cannibalism. It is in fact
Frowned upon in most societies.
Why would you write something like that?
Incredible, thank you.
Because I killed her!
Oh?
Oh?
Admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before
Makoto sipping
noon,
his
just
Baja
on its-
Blast.
Where's chat names?
You
What's
just
going
did
on?
exactly as the
It's
note
all Gaia,
asks.
so it's
What
not
a fool.
showing anyone else's name,
Oh, okay.
And when I got there,
I guess. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
and that's all she said.
Thanks.
After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
Maybe chat is broken.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Chat's so broken.
Can't believe you! You're the worst!
Because that's Zed.
Die!
Oh god. Chat, why?
Chat is so broken!
Okay, so we can't tell who's saying what unless you're Zed.
Yeah! Zed's the only person we can tell they're speaking.
The chat his badges are showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Man. Oh no.
Hiro didn't kill her.
Yeah, you can see on here, but on mobile, we cannot see anyone else's names.
Let me see if I can pull it up on mobile and we can use it.
That's horrifying.
See if it works for me at least.
I might restart my phone. Just to be sure. No wonder. I was so confused.
Danganronpa on my Twitch? It's more likely than you think.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Oh yeah, it's showing up on mine.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Holy shit, Hina, chill.
Okay. How do I pause the video on mobile? How do I make it not play? I just want chat. I really want chat. Chat only.
Here, in other words, he hit her from the back. Oh, I just read that.
No! Okay, that didn't work. Chat only. Thank you.
I'm being oppressed for I'm not sending messages too fast. Oh, Twitch.
Let me just real quick.
There are a lot of people in here. Huh.
Lord. We'll get there eventually. Okay.
done it, guys.
Alright.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Hey Zed, can you
What
get
are
that?
you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What happened? What happened? Something happened in chat?
Yeah.
So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What would he have had to do after writing the message? It doesn't make sense. Why? The magazine was hidden?
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message?
He didn't.
Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying. He's gotta be lying.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
She wasn't dead yet.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would
Toko.
want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important,
Wait,
that doesn't even matter.
oh,
We already know
so I
who
shouldn't be
did
looking
it,
at chat then.
right?
Probably for a while, just to be sure.
That's right.
Was it someone we know that did it?
Not that I know of.
You didn't.
Yeah, I'll just take a break from chat.
I'll let you know of something important.
But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that.
Hooray!
Maybe you should put blind playthrough in the stream title.
I did.
Probably.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer.
Well, we only really had one choice.
That actually doesn't surprise me, Zed.
Okay.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I
What would
grabbed
you
a
like to do?
Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could
There.
do anything.
Oh, shit. Let me see my choices again first.
Okay.
Shoot!
The word blind,
I didn't
probably.
want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from
Go
behind
ahead. No,
before she
no,
could do
no.
anything.
Fuck.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her
Examination
once.
summary.
Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
There.
No.
Got it.
Oh yeah, we can't say blind anymore.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single
Come on,
bullet,
Twitch.
that doesn't
You dumb
explain why she
cucks.
had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
It is absolutely
2
performative
wounds means she
allyship.
was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head?
I swear to God,
She
robots
was
control this
attacked
website.
twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The connection.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
The object, the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Chess piece? Yeah. I did that without the letters. Because I'm smart.
Cheese. Cheese piece. Oh my God.
Now I understand.
My eyes. They took my eyes. Oh
That's
man.
it. The chess pieces.
I think you're safe. Just for reference, I think you're safe.
Inside
Oh,
each
good.
bottle, there
Oh,
was a
hello.
Monokuma figure
Oh, we're
with
talking about
different
murder?
chess pieces.
Yeah, we are talking about murder.
How many hot dogs do you want? How many? Do you want any?
No thanks. I'm alright.
He's got food right in front of him.
Yeah. They give you a lot.
King,
This is
rook,
only $5.
bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
If I remember.
Yeah, maybe.
What's
I
that
love him.
matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you?
Makoto,
me
smart boy.
explain.
Cheese slice. Not chess
Chess.
piece. Cheese
Yes.
slice.
Hell yeah.
King, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
Circle's endless hunger is satiated for now. Do not be concerned.
And on the ground was the knife.
I've consumed General So.
So the queen is missing.
Circlekin's Kirby.
So we only
General
have
So
evidence
is no
for
more.
5
Actually, it's
bottles at the
DDD.
scene, while
Get it
one
right.
apparently went missing.
But you're both round.
Chess have to do with anything?
Yeah,
DDD's
way
kind of
better.
He is pretty
Wait,
big.
no,
He's
that's not what I
rotund.
mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing.
Zed! Oh my god! Do you have any idea how many times Eric and I quote that to each other?
You know, if you really think about it, an octagon is kind of round. But also, I don't get the reference, so.
You will. Someday.
Oh,
There's
splendid.
still no evidence that has anything to do with this.
Octagons have 8 legs. You see, this is why Eric and I lovingly refer to him as a himbo.
That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected
Circle
to this
changes his
case.
name to Octo.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the
Big
missing
the
bottle
cat.
must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Kyoko talking in riddles at the trial. It was broken. It was excited!
It was excited. Oh,
The
Makoto.
bottle must have been broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
We sure did, didn't we?
What is this evidence?
The small Monokuma up and ran.
Evidence that proves it. Kyoko and I figured it out before. Wait.
Is this what you were looking for?
Yes.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken
Look at
bottle
his little
pieces at the
antenna.
scene
Yeah,
to
he
the
sure does
unbroken
have one.
He's real cute. It's a little cute little antenna.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
Zed,
Put it inside a plastic bag.
Zed says he had a dream there was a KFC like right outside his university and it was the best dream ever.
That sounds like a pretty good
So
dream.
from this, we can surmise
I haven't
that
had
2
KFC in a
bottles
minute.
were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
A hoge. Yes, I know, it's an ahoge. Also, I turned off auto so I could tell you that in my dream last night, everything was really serious. Like there was so much serious shit going on. I don't remember what it was. But all of a sudden in the middle of it you appeared and you said they were out of Sonic Piss.
But someone did their best to
That's
clean up the
on
pieces of
brand.
one of the bottles.
No, Zed.
Along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces.
We go into war and Circle rolls up. They were out of Sonic
They
Piss.
certainly had no way to measure the exact
I went in
right
there and I
number of
complained to the
pieces.
manager. Where's my piss?
How did they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
because of what it would reveal about the case.
I should probably be paying more attention.
It's okay.
There can be no doubt the second mystic Monokuma blah 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 must have been used by Sakura's some bowling aficionados.
Some bowling aficionados.
What the fuck does bowling have to do with it?
I don't know.
Okay, Sakura's second attacker. I like this. Two separate people have come into this room to attack Sakura,
The second time Sakura was attacked.
and they're not even the ones that killed her.
Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
Drawing and watching Danganronpa with you two is a pog moment, honestly. Thank
From
you.
there,
I hope
it
you're
doesn't prove
having
that
a
it
good
wasn't Hero who
drawing day.
delivered that second blood.
Because I know sometimes
Wouldn't
they ain't
you
great.
agree, Toko?
Yeah.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have
I
been
never
in
have
the
good
rec
drawing
room when
days
the
because I
incident
suck at
took
drawing.
place.
Wait, I admit.
Feel like
maybe
pure
there was
shit. I wanted to
something
bait
happened,
Scrum.
But there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Is there?
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Hero.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was
Byakuya
after
can
I got
speak?
Ogre's note.
I was fine
I was
before.
nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever.
Two morons argue for
Well, I was
50
waiting
minutes the
there,
trial.
And that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You
Pretty
did?
soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
Yeah, it
When I got
snows.
inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Leave him alone.
Shut up, Byakuya.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear
I guess
to?
Toko was the first attacker.
Don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room?
Those handprints were tiny.
Ridiculous.
They were little baby hands.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find.
Not at all.
It says that every time. What is being added to these battles?
I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough.
This should prove it.
I hate you. The feeling is mutual,
Did you
Toko.
know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
Argument armament hits diff. Sure
They must
does.
have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
It's pretty small.
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand.
They're gonna say it. They're gonna say it.
Clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
That you're so dense.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note,
She really
I decided
is.
to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, That's awkward.
After he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back, upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
At least Byakuya is useful for
Imbeciles,
getting
all
Toko
of
to
you.
talk.
Yeah,
all that.
I guess.
Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her. You mean. Whoop.
Guess who's back?
Nice.
Her!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
He's like, oh fuck.
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
Oh man.
And
So
when
sorry.
it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Oh.
Just go
Please
away
do it.
and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
She really said, I want to kill Byakuya.
Fate's got it out for
Me
me.
and Jill got something in common.
Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Byakuya spitting facts
Come
though.
on, that's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre, so that's good.
So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
I always imagine Byakuya is legit scared of Jill but doesn't want to show it. Yeah.
Not quite.
I imagine he's like, ugh.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Poor Sakura though, she gets hit once, then goes to see if Toko is only to be hit is okay, only to be hit again. Yeah.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
The one who killed Sakura is. Yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her
her there in front of the shelf.
Did you want me to shoot at that?
Yeah, I was trying.
Words, I understand.
I was just asleep, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
You were taken by so you smashed her.
You got it.
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, that's wrong.
Jill claps Sakura apparently. No!
That's kind of hot.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
So Hero hit her from the back and Jill smashed her good.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation
One after
why
the
she was
other.
in that chair.
Sakura got stamina.
So, you finally noticed.
Shut up, Yaku.
Just another lie from a
You don't
bloodthirsty
even know.
serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in
That's
the
how
chair?
it be in Twitch chat.
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Circle kids.
The blood stain.
I got it!
I got it!
Sakura
got
was
it.
definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
What a good egg.
Then she must have moved the body.
I'm
after
sorry,
she
I keep
killed her,
saying
right?
it, but he's a good egg.
All to
Oh,
make
my
it look
phone's
like I
off.
did it.
That's why it
'Cause
wasn't
when
working.
I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
My face when I got it.
Then what's the deal?
Koto's the best egg,
Well,
indeed.
are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
That locker was right within the line of sight of everyone.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The locker was already open.
I was in the locker.
Damn it. I saw it for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Yes. Yes, we could.
Maybe it's...
Yellow powder. I have a feeling.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Oh hey, I forgot Hifumi and Taka existed.
One of these.
What was
Wanna
it
think
that killed
about
Ogre?
Okay.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
Hey, he called her
There's
Jill.
no other possible cause.
Yeah, Hero always
What
calls her
killed
Jill.
Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
I guess we should have just shot to the head.
It's okay, the devs also forgot about Taka. Aww.
What was it? If it wasn't from what was it?
There's no one that killed Sa. I can't think of anything.
No, it's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within
Does
her
Monokuma
body.
in this trial,
Most likely,
the Monokuma file not
Sakura
explicitly
was
say the cause of death? No, it doesn't.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
I love poison.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you
Oh yeah,
find
you're
it?
the one that found it, huh?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
You got it from Section A.
I got it!
I got it!
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it?
Nothing like a
Wouldn't there be
good old
bottle of poison
C-section.
mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Zed.
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Makoto is that student the bully uses for extra credit.
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Oh my god.
Yakuya put the bottle of poison into his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. As if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
No, we don't.
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality
Shots,
about
shots,
this
shots.
What are you talking about?
Byakuya really said.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Let him die.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
No fear. Chugs the bottle labeled poison.
Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a little bit of contents with one finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Where could it be, Makoto?
The gears are turning.
He's thinking. Oh man. We're spelling again.
Protein drink. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
E. Where's
Protein
Markiplier?
crunk.
Protein crunk. Hello. Hello. Thank you.
Now I understand.
Kyoko wanted some of that good kush to get through this goddamn trial.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can.
E.
Protein's in a
Thank
poison
you.
bottle. It seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
You got it,
Absolutely.
Makoto.
The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
I can't wait to go
Once you
snowboarding.
accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It has to be.
I would like to drink a chess piece from a Monokuma bottle.
Footprints in the powder.
I got it!
I would eat Monokuma. I mean, what?
Footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Chaco Kuma.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point.
Monokuma.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Monokuma Easter Egg where he splits from the
What's
middle.
more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Remember when Danganronpa did a crossover of Monokuma with Ted from the Seth MacFarlane movie? Sure do.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Unfortunately.
That's a hell of a
Given how
sentence.
clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Hey, Hina.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Yeah, I would never wear
The only
such trashy
people here who
footwear.
wear sneakers are...
Well, now it ain't gonna be her because she said it.
The only people wearing sneakers here are...
No, and Leon!
Leon!
But now Byakuya can't look at everyone's feet.
That explains why you...
What the fuck? We could have seen Kyoko and Hina's feet. What kind are they? Yours? No! Let me see your shoes.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Leon is alive. See, I told you.
Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been
Sure, there's
focused
plenty
on
of
pinning
fan
the
art to
crime
say
on
she
someone
ate you.
else, haven't you?
Do you want to take 5 and come food?
I can't believe it.
Without it, can't you believe?
I'll come get food.
Well, it's
I
just
guess I'm doing the trial.
two of them are so
You'll be fine.
Alright, I'll try my best.
Turned out this way.
Look at me.
Because they were
I'm the
so
captain
close,
now.
Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Tiki's seat feels a lot
She
different than
deceived
mine.
the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
Spins a lot easier.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty
Nagi.
little scheme.
Bye, Nagi.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
I'm not looking up Hina
She
feet.
asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Hold it!
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed
We get some
Sakura
boobas in chat.
to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
This
How
trial
many
is just a
times do you
bunch
plan
of
to
people
repeat yourself?
convinced they killed her.
Don't
no
misunderstand
one
me.
actually did.
I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly
mean-
think Hina didn't actually kill her?
I would prefer to find out things
Impossible.
Naturally?
She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt
not
this.
by word of mouth, if that makes sense.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah. That's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Shut up, Byakuya.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah.
If this element ends
When
up
I
being
opened the
used in the
bottle,
future,
I dropped
I'm gonna
it,
blame you.
idiot.
I see.
Hi.
Okay,
Hi.
then, go on.
Here's your
So
chair.
then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder.
There's the
And
controller
that's
falling
when I
to
switched.
the floor. I am a clumsy motherfucker.
Once I was done with that, I took
I'm actually
the
gonna
protein
go
can
pee.
that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Why is everyone here trying to admit to a murder they didn't actually commit?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Alright, this is the first time I've ever done this with my own two hands, so...
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
First
How do
went
I
to Section C.
change the...
That's when I
You
grabbed
have to...
the poison.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Why?
And
Why?
that's where I switched the Once I was
If you
done
hold B, it
switching
goes
them,
fast.
I put the bottle filled with the protein. Then I took the bottle and left the... That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
You can do it.
First I went to Section... That's when I grabbed the poison and you spilled some of the powder. Yeah.
I don't like the cursing.
When I grabbed the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. And I moved from Section C.
No, that's wrong.
I did it!
You did
I did the thing!
it! Circle just shot
You went to
Hina.
get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then Maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
How's it feel to be wrong, Byakuya?
Lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C.
I don't know why everyone's trying to cop to this murder they didn't commit.
Section A.
Wow.
Well, you see...
What the?
Byakuya.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Thanks.
No, thank you for following.
Thanks.
Hidden inside
Thanks.
the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you of all people would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
Did Byakuya kill her?
And this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
I wish I'd ingested the glass.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Oh.
Huh? Me?
Byakuya's so
If
shook.
you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Tell him, Naegi.
No. The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Like, I'm sorry. I was too busy trying to read what he said first, and the words got mixed up.
It's okay, he's saying, where should the bottle have been according to what Hina told us?
The bottle should have been on Section C. Ah, fuck.
shoot!
You're fine, Makoto.
What's strange is that
Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got
And
moved back
Byakuya
to
was
the
the
shelf
only
in the chem
one
lab.
in the chem lab.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Joey, you weren't even.
Okay then,
whatever.
that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How
There's
can
glass
you know
under
what
it.
I don't know.
Byakuya is very mad he didn't think of it.
Seeing Byakuya so pissed is making me happy.
It feels pretty good.
This might be my favorite trial.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay. Concentrate on that. Right, show me the bullets
When
again.
it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
I don't know. I don't
So
know.
you're saying
I'm sure it's against Byakuya because he's the one who's
Wait, I know we're gonna shoot it at Byakuya. I don't know which
That's
one.
impossible.
Shoot this one
It
at
had to
it.
have been in there the whole time.
He's so mad.
It had to be. It was in there before the.
There we go.
Ah.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Baby rage for Togami.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made
Byakuya's
everything
voice
clear,
acted
hasn't
really
it?
well.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
I don't know, man.
I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why.
It's because
The
she
only
did it on
explanation
purpose.
is She drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it, knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we
Oh,
get to
he
that,
said
we need to clarify
please.
one other thing.
What a bitch.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison had to have been Hina. Nope, Sakura, because she has the footprint, the powder on her foot. Yeah.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact
Byakuya
she
said
went to the
sorry
chem lab,
and he said
right to the
please.
section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
I have to hit Hina with it. No! Oh wow, 3 times?
You're a liar!
Your mom lets you have 3 bullet time battles?
Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof, Sakura?
This should prove it.
I ain't saying nothing. Hina needs a fucking nap.
Did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Did you know that, Hina?
A certain blank is always said. It bothers the shit.
Certain
Same
blank.
yellow powder
Certain
that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem
Certain
lab.
someone.
A certain something.
That powder was yellow.
A certain
wasn't
powder.
it? So the powder
I
we
need a
found on
fucking
site,
nap.
What else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on our instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing.
Genuinely, I forgot Frenzy actually existed.
Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
My one actual talent is being good at rhythm games.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No.
Hina off the shits. The one that killed Sakura. Okay, let's go. Who killed Sakura?
Sakura killed Sakura. Junko, no!
Junko did it!
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it,
Togami is
everything
shook.
matches up.
He sure is.
He can stay that way.
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
A gun! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the
Why would they
room.
do that?
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Hina literally just put everyone's
You did it
lives
to
on the
throw off
line.
the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right?
Guys, where the fuck did Sayaka go?
I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
She's taking a snack break.
She just sort of faded out. She never does
You
that.
said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the
Thanks.
powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you
Thank
grabbed
you
from
for
the rec
follow.
room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can.
Thanks.
Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
We have to end this properly. Closing argument.
Yeah, it's not over. I have to make this comic real quick. Alright.
Sakura gives notes to Hiro and Toko and
Byakuya.
Byakuya, who looks very Byakuya in that panel.
His hair looks nice in these. What's up with that? Alright.
And Toko shows up.
Toko shows up. And hides in the locker. Wait. Is that what it is? She shows up and hides in the locker.
Yeah, that's her
Okay.
in the locker.
Okay. So that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
And then Sakura's here, and Hiro shows up, and Sakura gives him some candy. And he gets shook.
Bottle. Crack. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, damn. I'm blind as shit.
Listen, I was like, wait, shit, which one is it? And then I looked up and saw it.
Okay, writes Toko's name and runs the fuck away. Toko comes out of the locker.
Toko emerges.
Puts the magazine back. Upside down.
Because it's Toko. And then she sees Sakura and is like, oh god.
Alright.
And then
She cracks that bottle over Sakura's head.
crack.
But she takes the piece.
Because she's not an idiot. And then she skedaddles.
Alright. Sakura stands right back up. She's like, well, time to die.
Time to die.
Chem C9
And she drinks the poison.
They discover. Enter. Hina takes the bottle. People gather. She replaces it with the can.
Got him.
The killer is...
Sakura said, fuck this noise.
Two people just tried to kill me and failed. Want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Yeah, I really like the style of the closing arguments.
But one of them headed out a bit
The
earlier
panel
than
where
the
Byakuya peeks into the locker room and discovers
She got there one
Chihiro,
step ahead of
like,
everyone
his
else
hair
and
looks
looked around
great
for
in that
a
panel.
spot.
That one specifically.
Nope.
Wait, what the fuck?
I guess we switched the locker ones.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Okay. Into the locker. And out of the locker.
Okay.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko.
Why does the comic show her with blood on her hands when it's a literal piece of evidence that she doesn't have blood on them? You're right.
Oh, yeah, damn. That's right.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
She crawled into the locker.
She slithered.
She slithered like the snake she is.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
I like how Sakura's like with her arm like behind like sup.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Whack.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it.
Sakura revived herself long enough to wash her hands because it's rude to invite more than one virus into the air.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear...
Images you can hear.
She jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. her rush, she made one little mistake.
She put it in
She
upside
put the
down.
magazine back upside down.
Oh, Toko. Cursed.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura.
Are you okay? Bonk.
She freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
I'm out of pace.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the clean chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Thank you, Makoto.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
How
So
many
then,
bottles does it take
what
to
was
kill
Sakura's
someone?
actual
Danganronpa
cause of
will
death?
teach you.
It was the poison that Sakura
Poison.
herself got from the chem lab. She
I wrote
turned
an
the
essay
rec
about
room into
poison
a true
once.
locked room scenario,
For fun.
and then drank
Sorry, say that again?
deadly
I wrote
mixture.
an essay about poison once for fun.
Oh.
And then
Wow.
she took
I'm
it.
probably on a list because of
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Kyoko's face. And that one's really...
We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
She's like, huh?
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And
I'm
that
ready for a
same
killing
someone
game.
quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Ta.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein
Jill.
can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves.
Wait,
In an
Jill wasn't
attempt to guide
there.
The trial to a false
Was she?
conclusion.
Yeah, she was.
And the one who went to all that
Just
effort
be more like a Kyoko than a Nagito, okay?
was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Byakuya acting like he's solved literally any of the other cases.
When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Oh yeah, there it is, the friendship speech.
Teamwork, bitch.
Or as close as we'll get to one.
Tagami getting told Byakuya isn't as smart as he thought. Get him, Kyoko.
Hey. Ooh, we going to the Monomama machine?
Okay. I guess we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
Thanks,
Maybe you
Demented
don't
Winnie the
want
Pooh.
to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
He's so sad.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
He says it differently this time.
He's so sad. Sakura.
But since there's no execution, they just have a nice little funeral.
Where even are the levers? Use your imagination. Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there!
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted.
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
Damn. This is a scene from Twin Peaks.
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. You realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's...
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me. My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Man, fuck Hina.
Sakura thought she was responsible. Sakura just friend-zoned Hina. Man. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say.
She offered you candy and you smashed her in the head with a bottle. You're actually a piece of shit. I regret saying that I don't trust you, or that I still trust you, Hero. Go die.
Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
You have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh? A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We had killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Well, Mikoto didn't do jack shit.
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this. Hey! I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just taking too long! I'm about to fall asleep over here! I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking. Because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already.
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. Y'all getting played.
Well now.
I can't help it if you actually took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial?
Oh, you almost did.
The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Not gonna read it in Monokuma's voice. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. That's what I want to know. Why isn't the whole thing voiced? It's just some of it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I didn't.
Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Guys, Hina's dead!
Of course, I'm still responsible
Literally
for that as well.
sitting there.
It was so funny. I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
I'd actually really rather not put that thought in anyone's head, so I'm not going to talk about that. This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with the fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste,
Say what?
because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight.
Shut the fuck up, hero.
This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me.
Byakuya, does this mean...
Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
everyone?
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having a fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I am very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Everyone complimenting Byakuya and then, oh no. Everyone like, oh yay, Byakuya's character development.
Oh no!
Oh no, yeah.
No!
Real tears.
Are you kidding me?
It's Kyoko's fault for speaking about alter ego so openly in the dining hall like 10 times. Yeah, I know. What happens right before the little music is just painful. He's so innocent, he had no idea. Oh. Ball, Monokuma. Brother, may I have some despair?
You!
Oh no!
You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
That really took a lot out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about grilled goodness. Fried, broiled? Give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
Monokuma got hungry for KFC.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul and gave my disbelief way. Ugh! My disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next, friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him.
Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him. No thanks to me, you kept mentioning it in the dining hall.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What?
You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid! Is to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it.
Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you.
Well, whatever. Who cares about some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message. Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
Yeah, the part where she said, "What did you do to my body?"
Hey,
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something?
Makoto.
Not gonna lie, that's exactly what I was thinking. And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off. And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No. I feel awful just thinking about it.
He turned them all into anime.
Oh no! You turned me into a marketable anime!
Okay, night Kaizu.
Bye-bye. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
Zed, are you about to say it's just like the slaves on Tatooine from Star Wars? Because that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh my god. So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
um...
Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But...
Hina must still feel responsible.
Dial back that ego a bit, girl.
Girl?
The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
Seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take. Me!
Oh god. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
Bing dong, bing bong.
Riggedy dong ding 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 dong.
As such,
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it. Down into sleep.
I hope so.
I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice.
What?
Wah.
Up. Wake up.
Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead, and my text is on a green background now.
Wah! Hey.
Kyoko's my sleep paralysis demon.
Yes, it's me.
Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
You left your door unlocked. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door.
It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. You were right.
It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
Called out. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course.
3 a.m.? Oh boy, 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour?
Kyoko, what the fuck?
It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask.
What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that.
Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered.
The Jada Center on the 4th floor. I'm sorry, this image makes me laugh.
What?
Goodbye.
Say it louder.
I'll
I
make
didn't
you
hear
there.
you. You're being too quiet. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center. But I thought it was locked.
Crucible is mad. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
I made my way into the after-hours school and headed to the data center on the 4th floor.
I need the thing to happen too. I'm pretty sure it happens by the end of this.
Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. It didn't specify an amount of force. I tried again, but be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor. Oh, this isn't the data center, this is the data lab!
Silly me.
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Yeah?
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But... Hey! I can see that, you dolt! Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or, are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed.
What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket?
Kyoko.
You two? You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back.
What?
Hey.
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on, get out of here. Shoo.
So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So goodbye.
Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Don't worry about it.
I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night.
Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Bruh.
Watch out for her.
Oh, damn.
My god.
The number ticked down and then back up.
Fear. Alter lump.
No.
Now I can make 16 student jokes. Oh, no, we're done. We're done. Not again, Kyoko. We just heard it. Now I can make jokes about it again.
I made jokes about it before knowing.
I know. But now I can say the thing and feel not bad about it. Like, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Why is that such a funny phrase?
Because you're gonna hear it like 4 more times.
Nice.
Spoiler. You're gonna hear it like 4 more times in that same tone, and you're gonna see that image of him and Kyoko every time.
Nice.
Thank you, Soren, for posting it in chat. Oh man. I was talking about Mike from FNAF. I've been waiting all stream to make this joke.
Incredible.
Why is this quote a meme? Alright. Sorry, it makes me giggle.
So is that the thing you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we did it. We did it, kids. Another chapter. For some reason I'm exhausted.
Whew.
No, you're not allowed to watch the video.
What video?
I don't know what it is, but you're not allowed to watch it.
Man. That sure was a...
No, you can't watch the waifu video. It's not time yet. It was an experience. You feeling okay?
Well, I gotta say, it ended on a higher note than I expected. I'm not, like, horribly depressed. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. There's
This
hope.
wasn't painful at all.
There's hope. We have regained our hope. Hope.
Well, there's 16 students total, like I suspected was going to happen from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Then, oh boy, we've got some, I'm just... Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We have regained our hope.
I've regained quite a bit of hope.
Hope status increased.
Gaia, how about you shut your mouth? Oh yeah, it is Leon, isn't it?
Leon's just here. So is he.
No! Get him away! Why would you?
Why is there a 16th spot here? Oh, just because. Are we still in Spain? We have just left Spain.
We've taken a short detour through Portugal.
It's him, Mukuro, the ultimate despair. Oh man.
Mukuro got those yaoi hands.
Oh man. This is the ideal male body.
No! It's Mike!
It's Mike! This is the ideal male body. You might not like it, but this is what perfection looks like.
Or, you know, call him by his full name. Fuck Hands McMike.
Fuck Hands McMike! Oh man. I got a lot of memes. Mike. I can't share them all because I'd have to scroll through spoiler memes, but Mike Wazowski, ultimate despair.
You know what would be just a great Easter egg in this game, just to make our room just a little more cursed?
Mm-hmm.
Picture of Hirohiko Araki eating a donut hanging in one of the classrooms.
Oh man. They should have had Mondo eat a donut.
Yeah, that would have been great. No, when we entered that room that had, like, the portraits of actual real people, I was like, I could make the Araki joke. But I don't know.
Edit of Toko, but give her even smaller hands.
That's where all the hand size went. Mike took them.
The end of the stream got really cursed. But I can't say that I'm sad about it.
I want a framed portrait of Hirohiko Araki eating a donut. Don't actually do that for me. Image is cursed.
Every time I see portraits hanging, I think of something from one of the other games, and that just brings me war flashbacks.
Oh god. That's fear.
Portraits of realistic-looking people are war flashbacks.
Portraits of realistic-looking people
in an anime game are always horrifying.
Is that a hint toward
No.
the future?
Oh no, you'll probably forget all about it.
Oh, okay. Until that moment, I don't.
Hmm.
I mean, it doesn't bother me if it is.
I mean, it's kind of a hint.
Okay.
I've been hinting at stuff like the whole time.
Yeah, I figured.
Circle, can you get me some protein powder? And not poison it? Speaking of poison, let me tell you!
Poison! Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say. I was just waiting to see if there was a reaction, and there wasn't. Kind of sad, kind of disappointed.
I was waiting on you, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
I don't know what you mean!
I was talking to chat.
Oh.
Chat would know.
Okay, so that spoiler that was posted in chat earlier, was it about this? Or was it something from the future?
Something from the future.
Alright. Man. Can't believe someone did that. I'm glad I missed it.
I'm glad you did too. I'm glad we were having a chat fiasco at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, ugh. Man.
That's the weather. It's telling me it's gonna be high of 54 and a low of 30 tomorrow.
Either they're a moron or a moron. Yeah. A moron.
Yeah, perhaps we should put in the title, hey, no spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently we can't say blind.
Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, I'll include that next time.
Yeah.
Probably won't dissuade certain people of a certain alignment, but...
I mean, if someone comes in here just to spoil them, that's what we have Zed for.
Mm-hmm. If you have bad memory memorizing Japanese names, you can definitely forget it.
Well, I think it was Zed who said something in Awakening once, and I was like, nice spoiler, fucker. And that's pretty much exactly what happened. He said something about Junko's death, and I was like, oh, excuse me? I'm about to play this game, dude. And he was like, oh, whoops. And it turns out I forgot the name, so it was fine.
Yeah. It was absolutely... yeah, it was Junko.
Shut the fuck up, Zed. I recognize the name. Zed, you think you can get me. You can't get me. I know it was Junko.
It's okay, Zed. I understand.
I can literally search it and find it. You didn't delete the message. Or actually, maybe you did. I don't know. The point is, I know it was Junko.
I will also nose smiley face back at Zed. But yeah, I guess we should leave. Can think about the new hope that has been created today. Oh boy. Yeah.
Zed, why would you tell me that? Why can't you just let me believe it? Why? Why can't you do that? Please. Please. I'm not even memeing anymore. I was hoping you'd just shut up.
Oh man. For a name called Trigger Happy Havoc, it's not even happy. Yeah. Okay, time to leave with hope in our hearts.
This is very funny. I'm having a great time.
Oh my god. I'm gonna take the hope and run.